nail varnish, date rape drug detector. That's a mouthful. Controversy over a brand new nail polish that is a date rape drug detector. You stick your finger in the drink. If the nail polish changes color, then
if you're not too drunk to try and notice that.
If you're not too drunk, you just don't touch that drink. We're going to play a little take on this, a news report, very short, and we're going to do a song, and then we are going to come back, and we're going to discuss the latest in nail polish and date rape right here on WEMF Radio, Smoking in the Girls' Room.
Called Undercover Colors, the lacquer has been formulated to react to Rohypnol, Xanax, and GHB. All three are commonly used among predators who slip the undetectable pills into drinks. By swishing a polished finger in their beverage, the wearer can tell if it's been subjected to tampering. It's not commercially available yet, but it has been the recipient of a monetary competition award and has attracted an investor. Critics of the polish say that rather than serving as a protective measure, the nail color is actually further feeding the rape culture by simplifying and normalizing it. Some feel that rather than using their ingenuity to make products such as Undercover Colors, people should focus their efforts towards putting an end to date rape.
We are back at the roundtable here. We're going to discuss right now the controversy over student nail varnish. It's actually a date rape drug detector. It is a controversial subject. I mean, when I first read about this, I was like, that's great. Yet there is controversy surrounding this, as there is with most things. Everything. Take it away, Smoking in the Girls' Room. Discuss.
What's the controversy?
Does somebody want to address this?
Yeah, the controversy is, first of all, I congratulate it was 4 male undergraduates from North Carolina State University that have decided to, I don't even know exactly what they've done, some chemistry to nail polish so that if you dip your fingers in a drink that's been drugged, it will turn a color, so you would know. But there's a lot of controversy, first of all, mostly from women that I read, that they feel like if we embrace something like that, that it kind of puts the onus on the woman. Should she get raped down the line, well, why didn't you have the nail polish on? So to me, anything that will empower a woman, I'm all about. So I don't agree with that part. But they said prevention, like Jessica Valenti from The Guardian wrote that prevention tips or products that focus on what women do or wear aren't just ineffective. They leave room for victim blaming when those steps aren't taken. So I can see that side of it too, I guess, but I am all about empowering. And the other thing that people are kind of making fun of them about is, first of all, it's not foolproof. It's not 100% every time you do it. There's got a lot of flaws with it. And on the market, there's about 200 different types of medicine, and it only really touches 4 of them. So,
but it's a start.
Effective. It is. I'm all about it. I think it's great that they're even thinking about women. I like it.
Katie Russell from the Rape Crisis England and Wales Center, her comment stood out in particular. She was critical of the idea, saying that their charity will not support this invention. And that's pretty extreme. Here's what she said. Whilst the Undercover Colors initiative is well-meaning on the whole, Rape Crisis does not endorse or promote such a product or anything similar. This is for 3 reasons. It implies that it's the woman's fault. I'm not getting that, but okay, let me read on. It implies that it's the woman's fault and assumes responsibility on her behalf and distracts from the real issues that arise from sexual violence. For us, work with victims to make them realize that they did nothing wrong, she added. Among primary causes, some do ask if they could have done anything to stop it. Products like this suggest otherwise. The emphasis must be placed 100% on the perpetrator. I just think that logic, it doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm having a problem with that.
Yeah,
I mean, and not to say that she's not right, that we should be dealing with the rapists and what their issues are and why they rape. However, we can't stand still while we're hoping for some kind of psychological breakthrough with these people. And I think women do have a right to defend themselves.
I agree.
That's just crazy to say, if we take any responsibility, then we're
victim blaming.
Yeah. That's just insane.
Absurd.
It's kind of that if you wear suggestive clothing that it's your fault if you get raped. It's kind of that type of mentality. I understand it. I do understand what they're saying. And to some degree, I get it. But I am all about the empowering. If there's anything we can do to help prevent it, absolutely.
Absolutely. And there were other commentaries coming from the feminist community or from rape crisis centers basically stating that we need to focus more on preventing this from happening or an awareness. Point is we all have for a very, very long time. It doesn't mean that it's this or that. It means it's this and that.
Exactly.
It's part of the arsenal.
Right. So I'm just not getting this controversy. I don't understand. Is there an underlying threat here of something more sinister?
There's something more to it, because critics also argue that alcohol is the substance that's most commonly used in drug-facilitated rape. And so I think what the critics are saying is, okay, here's this nail polish that you dip in your drink and it will change color, but it only addresses my understanding is for particular drugs that are used in date rape. It doesn't address other things such as alcohol or other substances that are used by perpetrators of date rape that may not react to the nail polish. So is there a false sense of security that a woman could have?
Well, I've got an idea for a twofer product. You get the nail polish, and then you get this lovely condom that I saw. It's an anti-rape condom, and you put it inside, and it has little teeth. I'm serious. So he can get in, but he's going to get out with a lot of pain, and he won't be raping anybody for quite some time.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's real. It's a real product.
Why didn't you put that on our topics? I want to talk about that one.
That's pretty interesting.
You know,
how long has that been around?
I've seen it in the last 6 or 7 months.
Is that actually on the market?
I don't know if it's on the market. I saw some ads for it, like it was a prototype, and I didn't follow through with it. But Google anti-rape condom. I think you'll find it.
Oh, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Well, what I read, and I don't know how updated it was, this nail polish is not yet approved or it's not yet on the market.
It was a contest, I think, where they...
It was a contest, but kudos to these, and they were men.
They were men.
I know, I agree.
There were 4 guys.
They did get an investor, $100,000 they got them to start to market.
And I think that's pretty impressive. I have no qualms with this. I do agree that women need to know that it's only covering 4 types of drugs, because that false sense of security could turn out to be rather tragic and could cause a carelessness, a little overconfidence.
Oh, I agree.
But boy, I think that this is a great thing. I just don't see the logic to anybody speaking out against this. Yeah. It's sort of what I had mentioned in the past about my conflict with the feminist movement, which is it judged women that stayed home, that chose to stay home and raise children or, be the homemaker. This is what I'm seeing again, this division within the women's community. Yeah. And it's not a good sign.
Okay, I got to tell you, thank you, Gabrielle, for bringing this to my attention. I'm going to post this very frightening thing that is called the anti-rape condom.
So what do? You say to the rapist, "Excuse me, Mr. Rapist, can you put this on?"
No, you wear it internally.
Oh, you wear it.
Yeah.
Oh, and
he doesn't know he knows nothing.
It's very scary, but I will post it. And I just think, seeing as we're speaking,
nobody's tried this here. No.
It was actually developed in South Africa.
Really?
Yes, because that's supposedly the rape capital of the world. And it has an anti-rape device that goes by the name of Rape-X.
That's it.
Are there any stories that come with this since it's been?
Well, the device.
Any success stories, you mean?
I love this, is that the device needs to be surgically removed
from the penis.
At a hospital so that they'll capture the rapist.
That's the thing. It's a twofer.
I love that. Nice job, Gabrielle, telling us about that.
Well, pictures, I'm sorry.
I'm glad I didn't.
She did it too.
I am so happy I didn't bring my glasses with me tonight because I don't think I want to look at that. But what if there were a detector on that too?
There's a YouTube video.
But if they put a detector on that too, so this poor guy's running and the cops can find him because he's got the...
That would be even better.
Siren,
he's traceable. While this thing is, not that he wouldn't run to a hospital to begin with. That's unbelievable. We got a little sidetracked here from the nail polish, but it's on the same kind of premise.
It is in the same vein.
If I can call them contraptions, if there are these kind of contraptions out there, preventative or even fear-based.
Yeah, I only brought it up because I think they should package it together. What if the nail polish doesn't work?
That's right.
But can you imagine? We just want to go out for a drink.
So most
we have
women
to arm ourselves with this tooth thing and or have this nail polish to protect ourselves because we want to go out for a drink.
I understand, and I think maybe perhaps that's what the feminist portion of the opposing side to the nail polish is why should women have to go through all of this when we need to be addressing the issue? I do get that, totally. But the reality of it is we do have to face it. Yes. We do have to deal with it.
Whether we want to or not.
Exactly. And that's the tragic part of it. It's not going to stop unless we do.
We prep for everything else, right? When we leave the house, you make sure you got your phone. You make sure you got your keys. When you're walking down the street, you make sure that you're not texting while you're walking down a dark street, don't you?
Exactly.
You know, if you're walking alone.
Don't walk alone.
Cross the street.
You make all kinds of other preparations. Why is this one so different? And the nail polish is something you're going to do anyway, maybe.
Right.
It's just a different kind of nail polish.
Right.
So I really don't see what the big fatty deal about
right.
It's just an added thing, and if one so chooses to wear those teeth or whatever they are,
I think
go for
teeth
it.
are really a great invention.
I think it's great too.
Imagine what happens if she finds out what she really likes. Could you excuse me for a minute?
Or you forget.
I'll be right back.
Well, I'm sure it's easily removable.
Did you see this thing?
No, they said it's like
it's
the parking
smooth on the
strips.
inside. I mean, it's not going to touch us.
But how the hell do you get it out?
Well, that's what they said. It's just like those parking strips. It said where you can drive over it, but if you reverse. It will pop. It's exactly the same thing.
It's exactly.
You pull it off.
You can go in, but you can't.
And there's a lot of teeth on there. It's not one. There's many teeth on there. So
as the male population of our listening audience cringes.
What's our phone number?
617-500-7100.
Guys, what do you think? Oh my God. Make you think twice now, won't it, fellas?
I know. And it's very sad that it's come to something like this. And a contraption like that could also be harmful to innocent men. As somebody was saying, there's that faction of women that do crazy, wacky things. And
like Lorraine Bobbitt?
Yeah. It's dangerous,
I know, but everybody's got kitchen knives, too.
That's true.
You know, I've been angry enough to do it, but I never have.
Yeah.
Even though there was a lovely Henkel sitting right in front of me.
Man.
I think it's timely that this came out now, but with all the college kids going back to school, because this obviously is a huge issue with the colleges trying to deal with rapes on campus. So that's been a big thing across the nation. Colleges not dealing with that issue, and that's been something they're having to do now. So kind of a timely issue.
Well, that's another topic that we should discuss at some point. Or why are some of these colleges not dealing with rapes on campus? Why is this not being dealt with? It does kind of couple up with the other force saying, oh, this is ridiculous. We will not endorse this new nail polish. Yeah. And yet, one of the big problems isn't just the rapists. It's the universities that are covering this up and not doing anything about rapes that are happening on their campuses with their students that they are responsible.
That's right.
For taking care of.
A lot of the rapists come out of the jock community, and I think that might have something to do with it because schools get a lot of money
for the athletic
programs, and it's usually a football player or a hockey player or somebody, and I think that has a great deal to do with it. They don't want to risk losing that money.
I have to agree with you on that. Many of the cases that have been documented have involved star players on athletic teams at these universities. There is a huge investment there, and not to mention reputation is another part of it too. These universities are one bad or a couple of bad stamps on their university, and they're going to lose millions of dollars in tuition.
They want to market themselves. They want to market safe,
and they are businesses. It's no longer just about education. It's about marketing and business and covering up any flaws that may be there. Any last thoughts?
I'm going to go on with my nails done.
I think it's great to have another weapon in the arsenal.
Can I put it on my toes too?
Yeah, I know.
I'll pass on the condom.
Well, only if you dip your feet into your cocktail.
How do you buy that? Did anybody see?
I don't think it's out yet.
I don't think it's out yet.
No, I don't think it's on the market yet. Does that have to be FDA approved? Does anybody know that?
Condom?
Well,
No. Well,
that other one needs a license. That one.
the nail polish, because it would have some kind of chemical on it that would be the detector. And
that was
does that
my
need
question.
FDA approval? Yeah, something to follow up on, and perhaps we'll discuss it in another time.
Then again.
What's that?
Then again.
We're going to move on to our next topic, little girls and Uzis.